What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a backhaul run here with the Freightliner Argosy. Done a little bit of work to this thing to kind of just trick it out a little bit. Got the chrome bumper down there, LED lights. The normal LED pack that I've been using on most of my trucks here does not work on this. So you're going to be stuck with a lot of air cleaner type lights, little round ones like that. But there are these LEDs that are available, so not that bad looking. A little bright, little bright, but you know, definitely different than the ones you see on the skirt there. So put the bull bar on there with the chrome grill. I kind of wanted to show the chrome grill alone, but I figured, you know what, the bull bar there really adds to the look. Straight pipes, got the aero kit on the side there, because that hole right there is the air intake. It goes right down in there. So not as wild as you can probably make it, but the skin here is from Lucasi. It's this tangerine skin. He just posted this on Sunday, so if you guys do have this truck, be sure to check that out. He does have a couple other skins that are available on the Steam workshop. But and then on top of that, I did add the little chrome deck plate there with the new mud flap bumper back there. So there are a few choices that you guys have to use at your disposal, different types of fenders, but I felt the skirt looked better. So all in all, it's a completely different looking truck than when it was on Sunday, so we'll see how it runs. I have a Cat C15 500. Not my cup of tea for the sounds. Now, one other little glitch, I guess you could say, that first off, this is the 2.2 version of the truck. It is not one that I had known about when I did the Sunday test drive. But it is the version that I have in my mods list, so this is the 2.2 version that I'm currently running. I didn't really notice really any changes, to be honest. I think mainly it said it made it advanced coupling compatible. Backing up to this Fontaine Phantom trailer, though, you wouldn't have known that. It didn't. You had to back in really slow for it to finally catch. Otherwise, you're blowing right through the kingpin. One other thing I noticed on this was when I got into the truck, it was basically the seat was on the floor. I mean, I can't mimic now because I've already adjusted it, but I had to go like 5 clicks up so I can raise my head, and then about 3 or 4 clicks forward because I felt like I was in the sleeper. The seat was that far down and that far back. Hello. I'll see you soon. So, you know, keep in mind, if you get in this truck, you're probably going to have to make a seat adjustment. But other than that, it's still a nice truck, nice riding, nice driving truck. Today's load: leaving Carson City, going to Elko to Coastline Mining with a load of hay, tipping scales at 42,000 pounds. So it should be a nice workout for this C15 here. So, this truck, is it worth keeping? I would say yeah, it is. Keep it in your fleet. Are there better cab overs? Well, I know some people are kind of favoring the FLB Freightliner. That is a nice truck, it really is. There are other Freightliner, or not Freightliners, cab overs in the works. A Peterbilt 352. I've heard someone mention a 362, but I know there are some cabovers in the works that people are currently working on. So if you're a fan of cabovers, then you can be happy. If you're not, then you've got plenty of other conventionals to drive. I wish we did have an older model here of a Freightliner. The FLB is an old model, but not quite old for what I'm thinking. I know there are a couple of international cabovers as well in the pipeline with some people as well, so one of them is the older style, older version of the international cabover. So we do have that to look forward to. I know there is a 9800i that has been floating around, and this one is the older model of that one, if I remember correctly. So hopefully it's a better truck. I had issues with the 9800 when I drove it. I went through a tunnel outside San Francisco and crashed. The truck was just too tall for the tunnel, so but I know there's a Peterbilt, actually two of them now, 352s, and hopefully we will be seeing one of those here very soon. I don't have an ETA on that one. That one I did not ask for one, but that will be out shortly. There's just so many trucks out there that are being worked on, being shared, and eventually the ones that are being shared go private or go public, and it's kind of hard to keep track of them all. We just had the Western Star 4800, I think, or 4900 from Sybaris. He just released his. I do plan on taking a look at it here, but there is an RTA Western Star floating around as well that is getting some pretty good reviews from those who have it. So I don't rule out doing that one either. Maybe a comparison, if you will, or just go with the RTA. I don't know. I do listen to what people say about reviews, and you know, reviews have been mixed, to be quite honest, on the Sybaris Western Star. It looks good. It does need some polishing from what I understand, and he is doing that. You know, he's not just putting it out there and leaving it and saying, here, deal with it. He is doing some work on it to polish it, to clean it up, to make it look and perform better, and, you know, good for him on that one. You know, it's always nice to see a modder continue to improve the work that they already have out there. Unfortunately, too many mods get abandoned for whatever the reason, whether it's good or bad or intentional or accidental or, you know, what have you. You know, it's nice to see when modders continue to improve on the work that they have already put out there, so people may continue to enjoy those mods. You know, perfect example is Viper with his 389. Barring any major catastrophic issue in his world, you know, I don't see that truck ever going without being updated. ETS, it was updated, and ATS here, obviously it's being updated, so, you know, barring something, end of the world, death, you know, something catastrophic, something major happening, I don't see that truck ever having a period where it does not get updated either by Viper or by someone else. It's that popular of a truck, so, you know, it would be nice to see other trucks get that kind of popularity. I know there are some Kenworths floating around, various models. oh shoot, I think there's a 600 floating around. I think there's an 800. There's so many different Kenworth models that are floating around. You know, it'd be nice to see those come into the public sector as well. But right now, oh, shut up. Right now, it's all about the cab over. That's a good sound. Dodge that bullet. Anyone turning? Yep, we got someone turning. Why are you stopping? That just completely killed me. Interior is really nice. Oh, I guess I could have let off with this, but I have a little bit of good news for myself. My SKRS shifter is finally shipped. It shipped today on Tuesday, and I'm guessing I will have it Thursday, even though they're coming from Minneapolis and I'm in central Illinois. I don't rule out the possibility of having it tomorrow, but my money is on getting the shifter on Thursday, so I've already been asked multiple times, not just today, but over the last few weeks, for those who know that I've ordered one and I'm getting one, to do a review on it. I guess the reviews that are out there are less than stellar. I haven't watched any reviews on any of them, so I can't really comment on whether how good or bad they are. I do have to account for a little bit of favoritism, maybe. You know, you always have to keep that in mind, but you know, I don't really rule out the whole possibility of doing a review on it. You know, doing a you know, okay, I've done three runs with this, and you know, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, so on and so forth. This is a bone stock shifter. It does have the 18-speed medallion on it, but other than that, no easy brake or anything like that. So now I just have to reconfigure my desk to fit this shifter, because for those who have not seen it, this thing is pretty tall. So, I mean, it would almost be like me adding a keg tap to the edge of my desk. You know, a beer tap. It's gonna be that weird, you know, that's that in the way. So, that's not gonna fly. I'm gonna have to, move the shifter around a little bit, put it in a different position to work with this, yet also keep it in a good enough position for iRacing, which I do plan on getting back into here very, very soon. So, you know, putting this thing on the floor is not going to be ideal. So some desk modification is on tap. That's right, you stopped for me. Desk modification is on tap to accommodate this new shifter knob and how just tall it's going to be. Plus the, you know, if it's going to be taller, there's a possibility of it having a longer throw, so the reach is going to be further than what my little shifter ball is right now that's on top of the stock shifter. So I'm gonna have to make sure I've got clearance all the way around. But, you know, I like the idea of modifying my desk to accommodate all this. My desk currently is a desk that is probably 30 years old. My parents bought it shortly after I was born, so it's got to be at least 30, if not more. From good old Montgomery Ward, I believe it was. And this is like an old school particle board desk. I mean, the top is an inch thick. The thing weighs a freaking ton, even with the drawers out of it. You know, to last this long and not show any signs of warping, degradation, or anything like that, it's pretty damn good. So it's a very sturdy built desk. And it's a executive style desk. So I had the center drawer, and it's got 3 drawers on both sides. And the second drawer, the middle drawer, is a file cabinet-like drawer for manila envelopes and whatnot. So I'm thinking of removing those, at least on one side, and that is where the shifter, joystick, and SciTech panel for Farming Sim will go, in some way, shape, or form. And then down the road, if I'm still feeling froggy about it, empty out the computer case and build a custom enclosure on the left side of the desk. So I finally get my integrated computer desk that I've been wanting for a while now. It's a project I was wanting to actually build my own desk for. But if I go this route and include it into this, maybe I can actually save this desk and kind of, you know, refreshen it, make it look almost new. Unfortunately, a lot of it is laminated or skinned, so it's not like I can sand it down and restain it. But we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll take some video of that as well, show you guys a progress report as I make my way through hacking the desk apart. Now, I mentioned earlier about the seating. You can see how my head turns. This is basically how low it was before. It was way down here. And so I had to raise myself up just so I could see over the damn wheel. Oh, that was close. That was tight. I didn't even look over there, so I didn't even notice a car was there. If there was any bugs on that guy's bumper, I just cleaned them off for him. Oh, there was a car there. Oh well. I do like the ambient sounds here. And I do like it when I don't pay attention to where I'm going. Let's take a look outside here. Giant swimming pool. Although, I don't think you would want to go swimming in there. They're actually doing that with the Thornton Quarry on the south side in the south suburbs. Large quarry, open pit for stone and gravel. If you ever went along Interstate 80 through Illinois going to or from northwest Indiana, chances are you went over the Thornton Quarry, because the interstate bridges right over the main pit. But now they're starting to fill it with water. All the sewer water, the gutter water from the city of Chicago now dumps out into the Thornton Quarry. So not only does Chicago send their garbage out south to the country where I'm at, now they're sending their crappy ass water, their street water, out to the south suburbs. I was at a rest area when they were doing the deep tunnel project. There was no warning. We're at the Lincoln Oasis, which was right there, and they were blasting part of the tunnel away underground. And we felt the whole earth just shake. And we had no idea what the hell was going on. So, the partner driver I had and me, we look at each other like, what the hell was that? And then we look over into the woods, and there's dust coming up from the trees. And then we realized, oh, they were blasting a hole in the tunnel down there. But, that's a story for another time. That's going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you like this Argosy. It looks good. It performs pretty well. Not a whole lot of skin choices, but if you're a fan of cab-overs, this one's right up there with the Freightliner FLB. So do check it out and give it a good try. It's worth it. It really is. But thanks for watching. Hopefully I see you guys tonight during the live stream. Until then, take it easy.